Hello, everyone. Welcome to Love Life. And for the next episodes that we will be releasing, it will be about some questions that were raised or that were asked to me during my talks or during some webinars. No? And we will just try to answer it very quickly. Okay, so the first question that was raised was, Ma'am Bev, how to find my purpose? Or how will I know if I am doing my purpose? So I have a very quick answer to that. Um, the first step, that you can do, the first step that you can do to find your purpose is, of course, to check on your God-given talents, your natural talents. So how can you find your God-given talents? You can go back to your childhood and just go back to your childhood and check the plays that you were playing, or the games that you were playing before when you were young, and that would actually be your clue, or that can be God's message to your talent or skills. Like, for example, when I remember when I was a kid, I I do not like, but I used to teach my younger sister. So parang meron kaming plyboard, tapos yun yung pretend blackboard namin. And yeah, she's my pretend student. And looking back, wow, yeah, as early as that's what I was doing na, no? And even at the present, that's something that I do. It may not be directly be teaching, it may not be in instruction, but it translates. It translates in the content that I do, in the on the talks that I do, webinars that I attend to, diba? Or that I speak to. So I think going back to my childhood, God's message was very clear already. It's just that sometimes we were very caught on a lot of things growing up, adult things, or teenage things, or childhood things, that God's message of our purpose was quieted or silenced on a particular stage of our lives. But personally, I think that our purpose, we already have it since we were born. So it's not discovering what your purpose is, but it's more of rediscovering what was God's message to you to begin with. As early as your plays, as early as your games. So kung mahilig ka magluto-lutuan, baka that's your calling, that's your talent, that's your skill, that's God's message to you. My child, that's your purpose. You will be a chef, diba? Or you can have a business in the food industry, diba? Kung bahay-bahayan, baka you're in the service industry, baka hospitality management, or what. If as a kid you love traveling, diba? Maybe you're into that direction. So if sa healers, diba, there were pretend plays that you were healing someone, or your pets, or your toys. So yeah, maybe that's your calling. That's your purpose. But if you're in this particular stage of your life, and you're kind of doing what you're good at, and you feel like you're in the flow, no, you're in the flow, meaning when you're in the flow, theoretically, it means that the level of challenge would match your skill, no? Parang you're in the flow, it's not force, it's not too low, that it's the challenge is not too low that you become bored, and the challenge is not too difficult or not too high that you become discouraged naman. So if the talents, your skills, your competence match with the difficulty, that's where your flow is. So perhaps when you're doing your flow or when you're in your flow, you may ask yourself, you may be asking yourself, that's why this question arises, how would I know if what I am doing is my purpose? 3 quick answers that should be present. Personally, that should be present in order for you to know that that's your purpose. Number 1, how to know your purpose is that if you're blessing yourself from what you do. Meaning, of course, practically speaking, right? You're earning from your flow. You're earning from what you do. Practically speaking, we have to be real about it. You have bills to pay, you have a lot of things that you need to pay. Yeah, and aside from the financial part or the monetary rewards, are you growing as a person? Are you growing professionally in your work, in your job, in your business? So is there, personal and professional growth in what you do? If your answer is yes, then you're 1/3 dun sa check, no? Number two, are you blessing others with your flow or from the work that you do? Are you blessing your other people? So it means that after earning money, after paying the bills, after supporting your growth, may that be, intellectual, academic, professional, career, social, or physical, after growing as a person, were you able to share? Were you able to turn your blessing to becoming another person's blessing as well? So in short, are you blessing also other people? Hindi lang yung you keep on receiving, you keep on growth, or earn. But at the same time, do you have the capacity to share? May that be financial or time or your competence, no, your skills or your business. Last, number 3, if you're doing what you do, and I think this is the most important one, if you're in flow, and you have to be honest with yourself, so you're blessing yourself, you become a blessing to others. Are you also becoming an instrument of God's blessings? No? Meaning, if you ask God, your creator, is this my purpose? Would you hear him, my child, that's my gift to you? Do you include God in your flow? Is he your flow? Are you in flow with him? If the resounding answer is a resounding yes, then yay, that's your purpose. So again, recap, how do I find my purpose? Go back to your childhood, listen to God's message as early as when you were young. And now, if you're in a flow and you're doing what you do, what you love, and you're in flow, when you're in flow, competence and challenge nagmeet. Are you blessing yourself? Are you becoming a blessing to others? And are you an instrument of God's blessing? Yay! Thank you so much for listening. And let's live daily, purposefully, and love life.